Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. The Cleveland Indians beat the visiting Red Sox 4-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 5-2. And that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow for another postseason recap. Have a great day.
Through the first 4 games, it's been quite a rough and tumble series, and this crowd is expecting more of the same here. It's Game 5 of the American League Championship Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Vasgersian, welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Steve, this is still anyone's series as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, and you can see by the results, we're pretty much right back where we started from. All tied after the first 4 games. Game 5, always a critical one. You don't want to get stuck needing to win the final 2. So the winner of this one is going to get a huge leg up on winning this series.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Cleveland Indians.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch 2-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Corey Kluber gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Yan Gomes, he's behind the plate. Yanni Mal, that's what they like to call him. Very good back there. Not only does he have the good physical attributes, but he's very good at calling a game, kind of leading his pitching staff. We'll see how he does in this one.
Mookie Betts will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike 1 as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m.
First pitch, 7:05.
And he falls behind 0-2. Kluber steps into his windup. Here's the 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. The 0-2 delivery. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
In the second spot tonight, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Striding into the box, Xander Bogaerts. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this is low, ball one. Not the warmest night you'll see around here, and even 50 degrees at game time. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite it.
Too close. Pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to center field. Davis is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Well, in this at-bat, he did everything right. He got himself into a good hitter's count. That's 2-0. Found a good pitch to hit, and he hit it hard. Just unlucky, I guess. He hit it right at somebody.
David Ortiz will stand in for the first time as you get a look at his numbers so far in the series.
And here in Game 5, this is where he needs to make his presence felt. I mean, this is essentially a best-of-3 series now, and this is where he needs to put these guys on his back and carry them to the finish line.
And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
He pulls this one into right. Bird is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Red Sox nothing. Tribe coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what. This team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Rick Porcello has the ball for the 5th game of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
And with that, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we've got a gold glover behind the plate. How that helps the ball club, you can throw balls in the dirt as a pitcher, cuts down the running game, really impacts the game defensively.
Rajai Davis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Rajai Davis.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
And that's the spot that he's just going to have to keep wearing out going forward. If he can keep running that pitch in on the guy's hands, he's going to be fine.
Here it is on 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Yeah, not what you want to do here in this hostile ballpark. Walk the leadoff guy who just happens to be a threat to go every time he's on first. Tough way to start things out.
Jason Kipnis gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Runner goes for second. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls a strike zone.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
We've seen him use his speed more than once here this postseason, and he's on the run again here as he gets into second with the stolen base.
No one out with a runner at second. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way.
Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
This is skied out to deep center field. Back goes Betts at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Awfully good start to the inning right here. You get the leadoff man into second base, and they'll just switch spots as he's chased home on the RBI double.
Here's Michael Brantley as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
A runner at second, nobody out. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. Now, remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
1-1, here it comes. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
No one out with a runner at second. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Well, I think there's something to be said for being patient, and then there's being overly patient. I mean, especially with 2 strikes, you've got to protect the plate up there. But he looks at 4 pitches, and he never even took the bat off his shoulder.
Marlon Byrd standing in as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Yan Gomes takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Here's the first pitch to him. They'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. Maybe some big game jitters here in this opening inning.
Well, I don't think anyone's immune to that. I don't care what the name on the back of your jersey is. This is not an ordinary game.
Runners on first with one down. Runners off for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. It's high, but a fine play to come down with it at second, and he's out trying to steal a base.
Well, that's kind of what makes the hit and run play such a gamble. You can see right here on Show Track, this ball's not even in the strike zone. So once the guy at the plate can't make contact, that runner is hung out to dry.
Hard liner to center field. And Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Cleveland's out in front, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Hanley Ramirez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hanley Ramirez.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Kluber sets his sights, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And this is swung on and missed that time by Ramirez. A strikeout victim, and there's one away.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval. And that misses inside. 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. That'll miss to Sandoval, who displays some rare patience that time. It's ball 4.
Well, what's disturbing here is this guy is almost impossible to walk. I mean, there are certain guys in this lineup that you have to go after. If you put it anywhere close, he's going to chase it.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And there he goes toward second. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Davis on the run. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And with 2 gone now, let's take a look at our up-to-the-minute playoff tree. And as you can see, it's all over in the senior circuit as the winner of our series here will square off against the LA Dodgers in the World Series. And there are certainly plenty of storylines there. Jackie Bradley Jr. set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
2-0 pitch on the way. Slapped hard the opposite way. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Get up there, big fella, and take away a hit at third. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Carlos Santana will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Ripped down the first base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. In tight with the slider. 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
He already walked one guy in the first inning. Now he's in danger of losing the leadoff guy here in the second.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Juan Uribe will stand in now following the leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0.
This second inning's not starting out any better than the first.
A runner at first with no outs here. Popped up. Ortiz on the move. He can't get there as it falls in. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out.
You have got to be kidding me. You're not going to see this ever. I mean, this is a base hit all day long, but he comes up firing from his outfield position, and they wind up getting a force on the play.
Into the box, Abraham Almonte, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Right side, hit hard. And that's through for a hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Stepping in now, Zach Walters, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Strike three called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you still got one more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Rajai Davis gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Fastball runs inside and gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, this is a real gift here with 2 away. That's a pitch that needs to be handled behind the plate. Now, you've got to deal with 2 men in scoring position instead of just 1.
And he misses low with it. 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
And this one's over at the knees. 2-1.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Here it is. Nip the corner. 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, boy, if he could come up with back-to-back punch-outs, wouldn't that be something?
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Jason Kipnis would be next. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. Up with it, Swihart. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More on tap from Game 5 after this. Blake Swihart is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Catcher, Blake Swihart.
Kluber's ready. First pitch on its way. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 1-2 pitch. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Hit on the ground to third. Uribe's got it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he missed with a breaking ball up there, and that's a mistake he won't get away with as this ball is long gone. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the series, and the Red Sox are on the board. It's now 2-1.
Well, this is just their first hit of the night, but what a hit it was. He squares up on this thing perfectly and just drives it over the wall. That had some serious hang time to it.
The shortstop, number 2.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll take a look at ball one. That home run believed to be 402 feet all told. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Smoke toward the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Standing in now, David Ortiz. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
2 out with the man at first. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Two 2-0 count and the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. He's set and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Davis is there and he'll put it away to retire the side. And thanks to the home run, the Red Sox draw a step closer. We played 2.5. It's the Indians 2 and the Red Sox 1. Jason Kipnis digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes, 0-2.
That's a ball.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. There is Pedroia. 1 away.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Michael Brantley in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike 1, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
swing and a shot back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Throw over to first and a dive, but he's back. Marlon Byrd standing in as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 on its way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Lined back over second. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Yan Gomes stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball two. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Squared that one up just a little late. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Back to the mound and off his leg. And he'll stay with it long enough to get the out at first. But meanwhile, the runners move up to second and third now with 2 away. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Carlos Santana comes forward looking to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position.
Yeah, and you know one man who'd love for him to come through big time right here is his pitcher. We'll see if he can get it done.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Pedroia has it. On to first, and the Triber held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Hanley Ramirez is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
In there at the knees, strike one. Takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Oh, that one sounded great off the bat. That's a good, crisp line drive right here to start the inning, and he'll make it up to second with a leadoff double.
Pablo Sandoval will get a chance now following the leadoff double.
And being a left-handed hitter, he'll at least have a chance to pull one on the ground. Get that tying run over to third base with just one out.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Well, obviously, you want a base hit here and hopefully tie this game. But a ground ball to the right side, that wouldn't be so bad either.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And another foul ball. Kluber pauses. 0-2 on its way. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, you know when you get two strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. The throw home. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps in with one in, one out, and one on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first here with one away in a 2-2 ball game. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be 2. Reined in. And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
Kind of lucky to get an out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Into the box, Blake Swihart, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Kipnis is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 2-2. Juan Uribe will dig in to lead things off here in what's been a very evenly played game so far.
I'll say tie game, tie series. Hard to get much more evenly matched than what we've seen so far.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. And that's too high. Ball 2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now.
Not the best of starts to this 4th inning.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Stepping in now, Abraham Almonte, as this is on the ground softly towards first. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Zach Walters will stand in here with 2 on. And now, following the walk and the single, do you get the sense, EK, that they're getting to him just a bit?
Maybe a little. I wouldn't be too worried just yet. He's shown the ability to bounce back before, but it's also looking like he might not have his very best stuff.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And in a National League game, this might be a spot to put one down, but I sort of doubt we'll see that here.
2 runs, 6 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. High and deep to straightaway right. Castillo going back, still ranging back. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, this is a pitch he'd love to have back. You can see where it is. Catching way too much of the plate. Now he's going to have to start this inning over from scratch, but with already 3 runs on the board.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Here's Rajay Davis now, as this is grounded foul off to the left at strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And the pitch on 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Well, he's going to have to straighten himself out here pretty quickly, or he's going to be in danger of coming out of this ball game.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Hard hit ball to second, but Pedroia there to pull it in, and that's the first out.
Sure not fooling a whole lot of guys in these first few innings. That ball was absolutely raked, and it's not the first one that's been hit hard. He's just fortunate that that one was right at his man.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
On his way to pitch number 75. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Michael Brantley as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Foul. Up high, 2-1 now. 3 runs already home here. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 2 out, nobody on. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. There's Sandoval. Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. Indians hang a crooked number thanks to this 3-run home run. We played 4. It's now 5-2 Cleveland. Rusney Castillo heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm hitting.
Kluber gets the sign. Here it is on 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's Kipnis now, the second baseman. Scooped up, and the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
And it was a breaking ball that he hit out, and he just sat on it.
And this is taken outside for ball one. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. We're in the fifth inning here. 5-2 is our score. Got a piece. It's 2-2.
Might have been anticipating the sinker there because he was well under that one.
Set to deal on 2-2. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to hook a curveball away, you've got to have strong hands. And you'll see, this swing breaks down a little bit, but look at him get those hands through, yank it to his pull side.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Runners on the move for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Tag from Kipnis, and he's out at second base.
You want to talk about having a bazooka for an arm. After watching the jump, I thought he had this base stolen, but this ball is on the money with some steam on it. He's out by a pretty comfortable margin.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1.
You do not want to get the middle of this order up with guys on base. So this is the hitter he needs right here, right now.
Lays off the slider that time, 2-1.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
Line to the right side. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
David Ortiz will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the 0 so far.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded foul. Now the 0-1. Hit hard to short. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
And after 3 straight 2-out hits, that's going to earn a visit from the pitching coach. Now, there's not a whole lot of guesswork as to what he's saying. It's just, look, all we need is one more good pitch from you to get out of this. I know you've got it in you.
Hanley Ramirez stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hits are even at 7 apiece. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Seared down the first baseline. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So no runs here on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Indians on top, 5-2. Joe Kelly is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here.
Kelly.
Settling in now, Marlon Byrd. He singled his last time up.
Right fielder, Marlon Byrd.
Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll chop the first pitch foul off to the right, it's strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Five runs, 7 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. And Ortiz will just lumber over to the bag and take it himself for the out.
And when he's going good, you know he can get in your kitchen. And he's just claimed another victim with that at-bat.
Carlos Santana will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're still out in front, 5-2. Pablo Sandoval makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded to the right. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Well, there's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
Dustin Pedroia will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Bird is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The left fielder, number 25.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Jackie Bradley Jr. stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And, boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in a matter of about 5 feet.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They trail 5-2. Juan Uribe will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th.
Juan Uribe.
Out in front of it, strike 1. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Hit to short. Bogarts has it. Throw on to first in time, one away.
And this is a guy who's going to give up his share of hits. But that's because he just says, hey, go ahead. Here's my best stuff. Try to hit it. He's got such good stuff that most times when guys do hit it, they'll put it on the ground right at somebody.
Into the box now, Abraham Almonte. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now here's a guy that kind of got called on early, but since coming on in the fifth, he's retired 5 in a row out of the bullpen.
Zach Walters will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Low and away as he misses again, 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Rajay Davis will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into the seats, 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe, and it remains 5-2. Back here in Cleveland, it's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Blake Swihart is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the
wind up and the 0-1. Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Walters is up with it, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Right fielder, Rusney Castillo.
Rusney Castillo will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
And that whole at-bat, I felt like he didn't really want to challenge this guy. And I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order that you really have to go after.
Mookie Betts will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Here comes the first pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0.
That last pitch puts him at 100, so that probably makes this his last inning, even if he makes it all the way through.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
Yeah. Give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
Xander Bogaerts digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Here it comes, 1-0. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
You got to believe he's going to keep going back to that slider. It's been great for him so far.
One and one, here it is. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball two. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be two. To second for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Carson Smith will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Carson Smith.
Now in the box, Jason Kipnis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Tap foul at home plate.
You know, some of Jason Kipnis' teammates affectionately call him Dirtbag because he has a habit of giving his body up and getting his uniform dirty on every play. And you got to love a guy like that.
Hard hit ball to second. Pedroia fields it cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number one.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Brantley. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league. He's a good all-around talent, and in 2014 was really his coming out party.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Chop foul over towards the dugout. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. In tight with the slider, 2-2. One out, nobody on. Hit down the line at first. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
The right fielder, number 6,
Marlon Byrd ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a throw over and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in.
Just checking.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That's wide. 2-0.
Well, this crowd's been something else here in this series. They are really making it tough on him out there.
Looked like that swing was in slow motion. 2-1.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And this is swung on and hit on the ground to Pedroia at second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Yan Gomes stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Right side, hit hard. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
And you wonder if maybe this one is the one that finishes things off. That's going to make this a 6-2 game now. And with time running short, 4 runs might be just a little too much to make up the way they've swung the bats.
Carlos Santana stands in, trying to change his evil ways here. Hitless in the ball game so far.
Oh, I see what you did there, Matty. That's nice. No way you just came up with that on your own.
Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander, and he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Tribe lead this one 6-2. Cody Allen will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Cody Allen.
Leading off the inning, David Ortiz, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
8th inning underway here with a curveball that's taken for a ball. 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Allen has the target. 1-0 on its way. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. This is pulled into right. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
Whew, nice play.
A designated hitter.
That's just a highlight reel catch right there. If this one skips by him, you could be looking at some extra bases. So the pitcher's very excited about making that play.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
And Ramirez can't get that one as he swings and misses for strike 2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Gomes has it. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop third strike. Pablo Sandoval will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now.
And you wonder if he's feeling just a little bit distracted having that base stealer over there at first base. Sometimes just the threat of a steal can really mess with your head out there.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, he got his 2-0 fastball, but it wasn't in that one place, one spot that we always talk about. So that was a good idea to let that one go and wait for something else.
The 2-1 on its way. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Our line scorer here from Progressive Field. Tribe leading this one in the 8th as they look to put the finishing touches on a solid home win. Dustin Pedroia will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
And now with a 2-0 count, both pitches have been in. This might be where you say, all right, I'm going to let it fly if this next one's middle away.
2 out with the man at first. A strike, and it's 2-1.
And you wonder if maybe he was taken there because he thought his runner was going to be moving from first.
Left field and deep. Brantley going back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Uh-oh, he whiffs on it. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Well, you know what? It's not too late to make a game of this after all. They're going to get a run back here on the RBI double, and even though there's not a lot of outs left, at least they're going to make these guys sweat a little.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make him bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. Red Sox get a run on the RBI double by Pedroia. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Indians 6 and the Red Sox 3. Junichi Tazawa is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Junichi Tazawa.
Juan Uribe will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Third baseman, Juan Uribe.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. He's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
In now, Abraham Almonte. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second base now with 1 away.
Zach Walters gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. First pitch on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by him.
Here's Rajay Davis now. Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time.
Hose.
Indians leave 1. They still lead it 6-3. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Andrew Miller is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 48, Andrew Miller.
And bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Grounded foul off to the left near Brian Butterfield in the third base coaching box. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Oh, and he botches it.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Standing in now, Rusney Castillo. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Up top, it's 2-0.
It looks like he's going to be taken until he gets a strike. Not a bad plan when you're down by 3 in the 9th.
The 2-0 on the way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Boy, a leadoff single, now a 3-0 count. Not exactly the way you want to start things out on the mound.
Here it comes on 3-0. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2.
It might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Mookie Betts will step in now in a big spot here with runners on.
And keep in mind, he's got a home run here already. If he gets a hold of another one, he could tie up this ball game.
First offering on its way. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Davis sprinting after it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he is in there.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
Ready now, Xander Bogaerts. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Swing and a liner, but foul. On the ground to the left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery is too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Here's a situation where he's probably keeping at least one eye on that runner at third base to see if he's breaking or not. But once he bobbles this thing, it's all academic from there.
Stepping in now, David Ortiz. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Nope,
and that misses 2-2.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
Hanley Ramirez makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
2 down, runners at first and second. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. A packed house, 43,515 on their feet in Cleveland. Now he lifts a high pop-up. drifting into foul territory on the right side. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have taken Game 5 here at home, but it'll get harder from here as this ball game is over.
Well, this one certainly wasn't a spotless finish, that's for sure. He does surrender a run, but he also gets the final out here to pick up the save.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 6-4. Good night from Cleveland.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Red Sox, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. The winning pitcher is Corey Kluber. Credit the save to Andrew Miller. Loss goes to Rick Porcello. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 43,345. The Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you, please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.